Our next topic is moment of inertia. This is the definition of moment of inertia. Moment of inertia of an elementary area about any axis is the product of the area of the element and the square of its distance from the axis. You can see this is an elementary area having a small area dA. This is the main axis xx, which is at a perpendicular distance of r till the area dA. So moment about axis xx will be equal to dA into r. Moment is what? Force into perpendicular distance. But in this case, we are considering it as area into perpendicular distance, dA into r, because this is a very small area. So we can assume it as a very small force. So dA into r. So moment about xx axis. What will that be? Moment of moment, that will be dA into r square. Thus, moment about xx is equal to second moment of area, which is called as moment of inertia. Thus, for a complete area A, moment of inertia is equal to integration of dA into r square. That is, Ixx is equal to integration r square into dA. Now, the basic units of moment of inertia is mm to the power 4, centimeter to the power 4, meter to the power 4. There are two basic theorems in the moment of inertia topic. One is the parallel axis theorem. You can see this is the statement. The moment of inertia of a plane area with respect to any axis in its plane is equal to the sum of moment of inertia with respect to a parallel centroidal axis and the product of the total area and the square of the distance between the two axes. Suppose this is a plane figure. This is the centroid CG of that plane figure, this point. And this is the reference axis AB, and this is the centroidal axis CG, and R is the perpendicular distance between the reference axis AB and the centroidal axis CG. So according to the parallel axis theorem, IAB is equal to ICG plus AR square, where IAB is equal to moment of inertia of reference axis AB, ICG is moment of inertia of centroidal axis CG, A is the total area of this plane figure, and R is the perpendicular distance between the two axes. Then the next theorem is the perpendicular axis theorem. It states that the moment of inertia about an axis perpendicular to the plane containing two axes perpendicular to each other and passing through their point of intersection is equal to the sum of moment of inertia of the two axes. It means that this is a plane figure. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. All the axes are perpendicular to each other. Then mathematically Izz is equal to Ixx plus Iyy, where Izz is the polar moment of inertia. Izz is the polar moment of inertia. So these are the theorems that is basically asked very much in the theory part of the university exams. Now, this part is very important. In this, you have to find out the moment of inertia. This is actually the formulas, basic formulas for the moment of inertia of common figures. So we will be dealing with all the common figures or plane areas of whose moment of inertia you have to find out. Now the first figure is that of a rectangle. You can see this is a rectangle. Now in a rectangle there will be a base B and a depth D. A base B and depth D. So this rectangle will have its centroid at its center. This is X bar and this is Y bar. This is the axis of symmetry, or it can also be called as the centroidal axis. This centroidal axis will pass through the center. This centroidal axis will pass through the center of the rectangle. So in this case, the moment of Ix bar and Iy bar. Ix bar is the moment of inertia about X bar, and Iy bar is moment of inertia about Y bar. So the formula Ix bar is equal to BD cube by 12 and Iy bar is equal to DB cube by 12 for a rectangular figure. Next is for a triangular figure. You can see this is a triangle. This triangle has a base B and a height h. The triangle has a base B and a height h, and the CG of this triangle will act at, suppose the CG acts at this point. So this point, the axis of symmetry will pass through this point. Now you can say that this triangle is an isosceles triangle. So its Ix bar will be equal to BH cube by 36 and its Iy bar will be equal to HB cube by 36. Next is a right angle triangle. Now in a right angle triangle having base B and height h, this is the axis of symmetry, this is the centroid. So this will also have Ix bar that equal to BH cube by 36 and Iy bar equal to HB cube upon 36. Next is a circle. Now a circle is actually a symmetrical figure. So its CG will act at its center. So this is the axis of symmetry, X bar and Y bar. Suppose the circle has a radius r. So the Ix bar will be equal to pi by 4 r to the power 4 and Iy bar will also be equal to pi by 4 r to the power 4 because this circle is a symmetrical figure. So this thing will have common moment of inertia for both X bar and Y bar. Next figure is the semicircle. This is the semicircle. Now the semicircle can be divided into two parts. This is the part A. If the semicircle is lying in this portion, if semicircle is lying like this or like this, so CG will be here for this semicircle, and for this semicircle the CG will be here. The semicircle has a radius r. So its Ix bar will be denoted by 0.11 r to the power 4 and Iy bar will be denoted by 0.393 r to the power 4. You have to see that this X bar should be parallel to this diameter. If X bar is parallel to the diameter, then it will be 0.11 and Y bar is perpendicular, then it will be 0.393. That axis which is parallel to the diameter will be 0.11 and that axis which is perpendicular to the diameter, it will be 0.393. You can see this X bar is parallel to the diameter, so it is 0.11 and Y bar is perpendicular to the diameter, so it is 0.393 r to the power 4. Now consider this part B. In this part, in this case, the semicircle is like this. So this is the x bar, y bar, this is the x bar, y bar. So in this part, y bar is parallel to the diameter. You can see this y bar is parallel to the diameter. So y bar will have 0.11 r to the power 4. X bar is perpendicular to the diameter. X bar is perpendicular to the diameter. So Ix bar will be equal to 0.393 r to the power 4. This thing you have to keep in mind while solving the problems. You have to check which axis is parallel to the diameter. The axis that is parallel to the diameter will be 0.11. The axis that is parallel to the diameter will be 0.11. And the axis which is perpendicular to the diameter will be 0.393. Axis which is perpendicular to the diameter will be 0.393. Next basic figure is the quarter circle. So quarter circle, anyway it is kept, the axis of symmetry will be this, in this fashion. Suppose this is the CG. So the quarter circle will have Ix bar and Iy bar equal, that is 0.055 r to the power 4, and this will also be 0.055 r to the power 4. It can be of any shape or of any position, the quarter circle. So its Ix bar and Iy bar will be equal itself. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind is that the parallel axis theorem says that we have to find Ix, that is the moment of inertia about, this is moment of inertia about x-axis. So Ix, according to the parallel axis theorem, Ix will be equal to Ix bar plus a y square, and moment of inertia about y-axis will be equal to Iy is equal to Iy bar plus a x square. This formula is very important while you will solve the problems. Whatever common formula that we have seen is of Ix bar, not of Ix. First you will have to calculate Ix bar and Iy bar, and then you will be calculating Ix and Iy. We will be solving problems in the next video so that you will be able to understand the concept of moment of inertia clearly.